Hello, everyone, and welcome to Arcane Focus D&D for Magic at Mostead, episode 86. Oh my god, we're almost at 90.
We're getting old.
Oh, jeez.
Getting up there.
I'm your DM, Mike. Joined with me are my amazing players. We have Amber, Steve, and Temple.
Surprised you didn't do it even.
I was waiting for another. Yes, if you guys just missed it, we just ended the giveaway.
Winner pending, because
This is
technically
recorded in the past.
This is in the past.
But to the winner, congratulations. Whoever
Enjoy
you.
your lovely hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll
me
give you a
too.
hand.
Oh God.
Bravo.
Mhm. Steve, where's the...
Mike, just because you have a kid doesn't mean you have to do the dad jokes.
Wait, I love dad jokes. This is why you go on the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Just don't hate on me. Well, are you guys ready for a little recap?
Recap, yes. Game,
All
no.
I wrote the recap somewhere. Hold on.
Oh,
see
you're
if-
gonna do a thing. I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Where did we leave off?
Oh, we are. God damn it.
Right.
Fucking sus.
The three so-called heroes and the little elf's husband were able to leave the Dragon's Island. How sad that they were struck with the knowledge that some of their friends and family were taken by the all-powerful Evergrey, the true ruler of this once great land. The large one was almost sent to jail as he went to go see his airheaded girlfriend shop, who was also affected by the lights in the sky. That would have been a sight to behold. But in the end, they all visited the lingering visited the lingering echoes of the one member of my inner circle. It seemed that during their adventures, they made some friends and cast them off to defend the lowly populace from my undead attack. All the while, the flying pet lizard scours the sky looking for my castle. After leaving the murder of crow spies, what a sentence, they decided to leave to the little wizard's tower and bar. You guys currently are leaving the meeting space within the Raven's Claw, the inner city circle of the Raven's Kiss, with the knowledge that you have sent out and sent messages to people to go defend the cities currently affected by the drops of undead battalions from the sky, from the darkened cloud that sort of currently surrounds the majority of Mostead. Last thing you were informed in terms of your destination was one. What's going on here?
Keep going.
Okay.
We're not sure of Twitch's guidelines about us flipping you off, so we didn't do it.
You can flip me off. That's fine. I'm gonna raise someone's volume real quick, but yeah, you could do that if you want. If you want to be a jerk about it.
You call me little elf girl. F you.
To be fair, he called you Little Elf Girl's husband. So he was talking about your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get like double middle finger.
Well, what happened now is that you were informed by Igno that he found more details on the Servant of Palor, an extraplanar being of the celestial kind, who is here on the material plane, or at least more details on that, as you need an external being to destroy these phylactery shards, the ones that are currently keeping Evergrey in her undead state, ever returning even after defeat. Also, what you learned from Aurak was that Mary's currently at the Books and Brew. Her house was invaded by one of these lights and unfortunately abducted Moscow. So, you guys are currently standing in the Nexus. The four portals, one that would lead up to the top, standing in there in the middle. Is there anything you'd like to do before you decide to leave, or if you have another plan?
It was Griffin who told us about, not Griffin, right? Dragon person. About everything that was happening in all the other areas with the undead, right?
Yes. So Davis basically recounted what Godrix, the Golden Dragonborn, told you. Godrix informed you that when he was flying over, or from Anburn, he flew over Overfield, which is the old lands that the Evergrey Empire used to sit on. Evergrey's castle was missing, completely missing from when he flew over it. In addition to that, there was some strange overgrowth overtaking the majority of the now long abandoned town.
I just had like a horrible realization, but Amber had this realization, not Vera. Because I was like, Mike's reading this as Evergrey, and I was like, well, the dreamer writes the journal in real time as it's dreaming. I'm like, what if she just straight up killed the dreamer and is writing the journal now?
We talked about this last week. That's a high probability.
I have a message for the queen.
You could say it. Vera's not sending jack shit to that crazy one.
I mean,
I'm coming for you.
Today. What is this?
Is that the?
This is the way.
Is that the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
It is the
That looked
Mandalorian.
cool.
That looks really cool.
I would reach for mines, but it's too high later.
That's rad. I want to know where you got that later.
Wait.
We could chat.
We could chat.
I can't.
It's bad enough that my mom wants to buy Caleb a little.
Oh, that's
Grogu.
adorable.
That is cute.
Ben.
Oh, that's rad. Mr. Potter, Leviosa.
I guess all things appropriate.
And I'm also
Sorry.
hoping.
Rip.
Yeah, I'm also hoping that for the battle for the queen, I'm gonna, get in the robot.
Oh, what the? Rip.
Yeah, rip.
So, you guys are standing in the Nexus. Anything you'd like to do beforehand?
I was going to say if it's possible to just have Godric go out later just to see if he can get an idea of any structural damage of everything.
Sure. Godrix currently is flying in the
castle,
sky
though.
looking for the castle. However, you already know that Godric is currently working together with the Raven's Kiss. So you can let Leon know, or maybe one of the, Richard, to go, hey, when he does show up, can you task him to go look at the structural damage of Overfield to see maybe what we can learn. That can be passed along so that way that can be done. Perfect.
Because we need eyes on that, so...
Yeah. Solid. Anything else from anyone else while you're currently still in the Raven's Claw?
No. I feel like I need to take a rest after all those messages. But, yeah.
Sure.
What part of the day is it? Do we know? Or because we're technically underground, we don't know?
I mean, we could have asked Miles, because he was just out. And then teleported in.
Yeah, Miles just was in. If asked, again, you're still within the Raven's Claw. It's easy to just go run back and be like, hey, what time is it? Do we know what time it is? Any of the Richards would also tell you that it's a little past noon now. It's like maybe 1 o'clock to 2 p.m.
All right.
So you're not leaving the bar today, Vera?
I mean, I don't try and find trouble. It generally just pops out of books and tries to kill me as of late. So
It's a little early.
I'm not going to try, but it might just find us.
Okay. You guys step towards the archway that leads to the way more new constructed than the other two, but the archway that leads to Alrak as you feel once again that shifting motion. But I think at this point for you guys, you're used
keep our
to
breakfast
it.
down now.
I think you guys you've gone through the Nexus teleportation portal so often that I think you guys are used to it now. You guys are level 18. You should be used to teleportation.
Yeah, I'm writing about it in my memoir. Just a Simple Farm Boy by Rolly Barnwell. Coming soon.
Oh,
Actually, you cannot put that in your memoir, sir.
Oh
You
yeah,
would
you
have to
can.
go through lots of different legals of Richards.
Easy.
I think
I'm
you
doing
could
it
just
anyway.
say you experience teleportation.
and
I think
this
you
is
could
how the
not
Raven's
get
Kiss
screwed.
killed Rolly.
If they
Suddenly
can
the
find me-
Barnwells are not friends.
That's a joke. They never were.
You guys stepped through the Alrak sector of the Raven's Kiss is now once again not fully filled. Once again, this one was sort of the smaller bar out of all three. but it actually has some members. People aren't out scouring looking for the Blakes, for Olivia Blake. There are some members here, talking amongst themselves. You step through from behind the bar, get some nods from you, Savannah, some familiar faces that you may have interacted with in the past. Go to the magical elevator. Oh,
Jen, for whoever is managing the bar.
sure. I would probably say Victoria is managing the half-orc woman.
So I go to Victoria because I'm kind of dumbfounded by this. I'm like, I'm happy to see we're up and running again, but the Books and Brews was not. Where are you having them enter to the elevator?
Well, in order for that to happen, we had to create a spare key.
What? You created a spare key to my bar and didn't... You know what? I'm high emotion right now, so I'm gonna let this go. But a notification would have been nice.
Understood, Agent. Apologies.
I just grab a bottle and walk away.
I'd say it's a good thing that they had the spare key, but I don't think it's good that anybody has a spare key at this point.
I don't know who I want to scream at about this, that no one ran this by us, so... But I apologize.
My vote's gonna be Leon.
Oh no, Leon's definitely gonna get it.
You guys step into the elevator, say the words, and you guys appear on the first floor, I should say, of the Books and Brew. It's empty, cold. It's been like this for a while now, as you've had to close up shop for a bit. I think the only warm spot that you do see is a little bit of steam coming from a kettle, as behind the bar is white hair, the old little elderly, more in her elder age, Mary, pale skin, just sort of have a like a sash over her shoulders, currently drinking tea, and sort of cleaning up. You see her actually like with a broom, just sort of sweeping up, taking sips of tea during, in between, and then sort of sweeping, keeping things clean and orderly, even though there's nothing to be used. As you exit out, looks towards the door, looks to you and goes, I didn't even hear you knock.
Magic. Let's just go with magic.
Come, sit.
I go and I hug her.
She grabs you, and you can see that there's the exhaustion coming from her face. She's nervous, she's tired. Looks like she's been crying, sort of like dried tear lines. That has been hastily wiped away as quickly as she could. But she takes a deep breath and puts a hand on your shoulders and kisses your cheek and puts you down, sort of lets you sit, since she's more worried about you, as always, sort of the worry ward of the family. Sit. Oh, would you like some tea?
I'll get it. You sit. I think you should sit.
I'll join you, Mary.
She puts a hand on your hand, Savannah. Were you able to look into Moscow?
It's kind of complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Even if I were to explain it to you, I think it's complicated. So I think we should rest a little bit before we get into that. But I think he's in a suspended state, if that kind of makes sense. But I think he's okay.
I'm like, that's a lot to take in, more than I was expecting.
She's a nurse. I think she's seen worse, honestly, and with her son.
She kind of just runs a hand through her hair, straight hair, sort of going down. Clearly in a thinking stage, trying to process.
Mary, if you can tell us, did you witness it happen? What happened?
I did. I was in the backyard, enjoying the early morning snowfall. Then some strange light came from the sky. I saw it come and it passed my head, so figured it was dropping behind me. It struck our home. She starts to motion towards the kitchen. He was in the kitchen. Just cleaning. Just going through morning routine. She kind of holds the cup. Guards came. They saw the light. They told me I couldn't stay here. Or home. Then I remembered Moscow had an employee key to the brew. A few guards walked me up here. It's awful. I don't know where he went. And, until you just told me, I thought he was, well.
I figured that was the easier, way of telling you than thinking the worst. Given that we've both been through that with Uthiel.
But my house wasn't the only one hit.
I know.
There was blacksmiths, a few guards. And she kind of, like, looks towards one of the windows in your tower, from the first floor, sort of points in a direction and goes, and your friend.
We know.
The older gentleman.
Igno.
Yeah. His tower fell.
It fell?
And you remember, so there is the Alrat Castle and the Wizard's Towers surround the castle. You have appropriated one and turned one into a bar. But Igno's tower is not that far. It's like he's like 4 towers away from you. Probably out of eyesight, but if you were to take like a 5-minute, maybe 10-minute walk, you can probably get there.
I don't know if that's worse or better than what I thought.
I had a family, so I'm kind of concerned.
I think Vera just doesn't know what to say because Amber doesn't know what to say.
I just kind of put my hand on Mary. It's okay.
Is it the... You mentioned her to Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
Moscow told me. Is it the Queen? Why is she doing this? Why us? What did we do? I understand Moscow is associated with you all, but other families and guards and shop owners and they're just normal people.
She took the backbone. You take the backbone and everything falls.
They didn't do anything to anyone.
They didn't.
They didn't.
And she's, for lack of the term, batshit. And we've been racking our brains and beating ourselves against a wall and trying to do our best, but I don't think any of us seen this coming. We knew something was coming, just didn't know what.
Another thing, one of I suppose one of your friends have shown up, but you weren't here, so I turned them away.
Which one?
Strong woman.
Can't think of. I can't remember her name. V.
She doesn't have any arms.
Oh,
different one.
I can't remember her name, but I know who we're talking about.
Earth Genasi.
Raimi.
Yeah, Raimi.
Raimi.
Yeah, so she sort of gives a description of Raimi, sort of the greenish hair.
Did she show up after the lights or before?
After. Gods put me in, walked me to the bar, and not but an hour or so later she showed up, asking if you were home. I said you weren't.
Probably here asking questions.
I'm sure everybody is. Anybody that has any kind of power and already knows what we're into.
She she's looking, well, she said something about, well, kind of looks to you. Savannah goes, well, you're a close friend.
Roman.
What happened?
Can't find him.
I'm not surprised.
Anyways, that was a lot.
Have you eaten, Mary?
I've cooked something. I just haven't really had a lot of appetite to eat it. Would you like? She sort of starts to move towards the back area where a lot of the stoves
you
are.
said I need something to keep myself busy. I'll cook.
You see that she's already like halfway made, sort of like this beef and vegetable stew, like very thick broth that's currently being made. Some elements are missing, but easy to put together.
Like stir, taste, season.
Yeah.
We have windows in the tower, right?
You have about 2 windows.
That's it?
On the first floor.
Oh, I meant like on the...
go to roof.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to go to the very top floor, there are like 4 windows. You can look in all directions.
I'm gonna go to the top floor and kind of see what it looks like out in Igno's direction. Like, what does it look like?
I think with your passive perception, I'm not gonna make you roll. You go to the top floor. You look a little bit north from where you guys are currently stationed at, where the towers sort of curve around the castle, and about the 4th tower northwards, you see that there is a roof on the ground with numerous debris and rubble. There are maybe about 4 guards there, currently talking amongst themselves and just sort of moving the populace away from the destruction. There's like maybe half a wall that's still standing, with maybe like what looks to be like some levels of his tower that have crumbled. But that's what you can see from your current vantage point.
Okay. We met his family, right?
You have.
Right.
I don't remember if you were given names.
I don't think. Maybe. I don't remember. No.
I know we
remember
encountered
wife
her
and
'cause
two
the time, like,
kids.
we showed up and she was cooking. I don't know if we were ever given a name though.
I think, yeah, because he's sort of secretive when it comes to his family. Some of my wrote down for him is that he doesn't really share that detail a lot. Security reasons. Yeah, you just know that he has, if I remember correctly, a wife and a son.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just pretty tapped though. That's the problem. I'll wait till nighttime, I guess.
Sure. I think Mary walks to, as Savannah's currently keeping herself busy. Rolly, what have you been doing during this sort of conversation?
I have a singular mind and a singular focus.
So,
Hunt her down.
what
So
do
are
you?
you like shepherding?
Unwavering. I'm literally just in the back, just.
I think Mary sees that Savannah's busying herself. Vera just left at the top. As you're sort of focused, you feel the thin, elderly fingers of Mary rest upon your shoulder. See, she has that grandma smell, where it's
Roses and powder.
essentially, and it's one of those things where it triggers that
I
motion.
don't like it.
It triggers that emotion where it's like a bit of frailty, but definitely like comfort. And she puts a hand on your shoulder, sees you sort of still sharpening your blade. She kind of just sits down next to you. Rolly? Are you alright? She kind of leans down to sort of meet your eyes, your gaze. Rolly, if you focus on one point for too long, you miss everything else around you.
If I don't focus and give it my 100%, I will lose everything around me.
Just remember to rest, though. Let that focus drop for a moment or two, just to rest. If you go at it like this for too long, your 100% will never be 100%.
And not dropping lock and step at all, I reply with, I lost focus for a brief moment, and I've lost those that I care about. Until she is dead and truly gone, never again.
I think there's a shared pain, and she hugs you. For a while. Not a quick one. Just enough where you start to breathe out and you start to sink breaths. She pulls away, letting you carry on.
As she walks away, I'm gonna say, somehow, some way, I'll get them back. This I promise you.
You're a good man, Rolly. Thank you. I'll say maybe an hour or so goes by as you guys are eating a little bit. Food is given. Vera, you come back downstairs. What's the plan?
Well, I was just gonna... Where's Rolly?
Probably on the first floor. He's
still in the corner?
I'm sure you have to eat.
Rolly, come eat.
I'm sure Rolly has to eat, so he's probably like eating, but still.
I was gonna say, I was mean about it. I actually I smatted him and took the axe away. Come eat.
I'll be there when I'm ready.
Take axe. Come on, you need to eat.
Do you really take my axe?
I tried to take your axe.
I attempt to overpower Savannah.
Which probably isn't that hard.
Again.
It's not ready. I'm not ready.
Alright.
I'll be there when I'm ready.
Just put his food away for now, Sav. There's no point in arguing with each other. We're all we got.
That pain hurts. I put his food away.
Yeah.
I think I give Rolly just a little piece of paper, and because I know he's probably not going to listen to Vera for much, but it just says that Cat's okay. He's in a safe space. She didn't get him. And then she just walks over to Sav.
So, just to confirm a little bit here in case any players are wondering, spell slots have been spent. I have been informed. And we have confirmed that Sheba and Cat are okay.
That does bring a little bit of comfort. Does bring a little bit of peace, but given that my dad is missing, Gina Lee's missing, and a lot of other people are missing that my, loved ones care about, like it, I will eventually, I'll do the whole, like, I guess to put it this way, 1,000 strokes, where I will take a side of the axe and I will grind it 1,000 times in the same angle over and over. Once I'm done, I'll look at the blade. If I don't feel it sharp enough, I will do 1,000 more.
I'm just gonna say, Rolly, you do realize over sharpening a knife is just as bad for it, and you ruined the blade.
So, I'm not a blacksmith, but this somehow brings me comfort. It brings me something to know that I'm doing this over and over. Granted, this isn't a knife, this is a giant axe. So it might be different.
If you eat, we can go to our training center. Just the floor up.
Let me finish this real quick.
I tried. I'm gonna go.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. I'm saying just let me do this one.
I think I'm gonna go walk outside. I'm gonna bamp out Lila to walk with me. And
Wait, where are you going?
I'll be back. I'm just gonna go for a walk real quick.
Where? I know you're tapped out on spells. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go see what's left of Igno's castle. This tower.
Wait, without us?
There's already guards there. I just want to see for myself. I kind of already seen it from the top.
Yeah, I'm going with you.
Savannah, you have my sending stone, so, contact me if anything. I'll come running.
Mary, just keep an eye on him, please.
I'll be fine. I need to be by myself for a bit.
That and maybe keep the door locked until we come back.
Yeah, Mary nods. She starts a fire in the fireplace. And like a forceful grandmother, grabs Rolly by the arm. And Rolly, you can be mean to this old woman if you want, but she will push you and pull you and forcefully get you to the most comfortable chair that you guys have in this first floor, sit you down, seeing you eye your blade and the whetstone, bring it to you, but not to your hands, to the side of your chair, brings you a cup of tea, and puts you next to the fireplace as you are able to relax a little bit if you need to. But if your mind ever wanders to once again sharpen the axe, it's there by your side.
I won't fight that. I see what she's doing.
Yeah. And I think she realizes you want some time alone, but she also, you can see her, and I'll say even with the passive insight, she's in a vulnerable place too, where instead of coping with solitude, she needs comfort. And so instead of basically forcing herself on you, she just pulls a chair across away from you. Enough where it's considered like a talking point where you can talk to one another without having to shout. And she sits down, grabs a book, and just enjoys the quiet company.
Somehow, it's hard to explain, with Rolly, given that his mind is racing at 1,000 thoughts a minute, and he's replaying all the events. Sharpening is the one thing that's keeping him focused. So when, it's been taken, all those thoughts come back. But then just having her sit there, it does, after a while of her sitting there reading a book and not really saying anything, just sitting there, Rolly feels some form of familiarity, some form of comfort, something.
Yeah.
So what he'll do is he'll get up after a while of not sharpening his axe, just to kind of quiet the thoughts. He'll get up. He'll go over to the chair that she's sitting on. While she's sitting on it, he'll grab it. He'll pick it up. And he'll bring it closer to him.
Picks up the whole chair.
The whole chair with her in it.
Oh my god! And she gets lifted up and puts down. Still, she's never really met anyone as strong as you. As she sits down, there is a bit of levity where she just starts to laugh, realizing that you are the most ridiculous man currently in the room. That was wild, and there's a little brief moment of levity, and it's a bit infectious. Savannah and Vera, you guys go outside. Lila, making fresh snow prints as you guys currently walk northwards. Yeah, Igno's tower, as you start to get closer to it, it's been destroyed. Broken glass, bits of stone and wood. There are a couple of guards currently stationed there, telling people to continue on. Construction is fine. What is your approach?
Wait, before we get close to the guards and they notice us, I'm like, do you want to be seen by the guards?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I mean, I just kind of want to survey. I figure they're not going to let us in. We could try. I'm not going to do, no offense, Rolly's approach to this.
I mean, I could cast invisibility, but...
Rolly's ears start to ring.
We also have a polar bear.
Can
well,
I
why don't you cast invisibility? I will talk to them.
How about I wait with the polar bear and you see how receptible they are, and if they're not, then we can talk about this.
Fair.
Yeah. You make your way up.
Yeah.
Sure. One of the guards, wasn't
one of the guards our friend, the blonde dude, and now is like our bouncer dude?
Yeah, but I mean, he's not. He's
too?
currently not the guard guarding this right now.
I know. I was gonna throw his name around though, and I don't remember what it was.
You walk forward, and younger guard, half elven. You see sort of the pointed ears poking through sort of the rounded slots where where the helmet sits, holding what looks to be like a lance, just sort of bedded into the snow. Protection, bit of a shield on the side, still wearing the colors of Alrak as you sort of walk forward. You see, like, he's mid-conversation with one of the other guards. He's like, no, I haven't done that before. Sort of looks over to you. Hello, afternoon. Please, if we may ask you to stand back. Currently, this is a constructed area.
I think she just smiles. I think we both know it's not construction. Can I just ask if his family was found?
We're on a persuasion check.
Like, she's not being mean, but she's just like, I've had a day and we both know you're lying.
The guard's probably looking at you like, how you know that?
19?
19. He looks to the other guard like, what do I say? And then he looks and he goes,
I mean, we helped the queen. I don't know if the griffins mean anything to you or you even care, but I just wanted to know if my friend's family was okay.
yes, they're fine. How... You worked with the queen?
Yeah, that's how we got that war called off.
Alright, well, your acquaintances' families are alright. They're under our care. Bits of bruises and maybe a broken arm, but
What
I
about
think that
Roman?
couldn't be repaired.
I asked, what about Roman?
Oh,
I know he was under Igno.
the domain chosen Roman, it kind of leans in to whisper. I can't really say much, but we haven't found him yet.
Do you know where Raimi is by chance? I heard she was looking for us.
Oh, yeah, Miss Hardy is, she should be in the area.
You see her, will you tell her to stop by the books and brew? The Vera asked for her.
You hear from afar, why don't you ask me your fucking self?
Are you hiding it behind a pile of rubble?
You see that she has a bag over her shoulder as she's currently walking towards the construction, or the tower. I'm getting supplies.
You want to come have a chat?
You two, grab this, give it to the other two, clean up the area. Yeah, sure, let's have a chat. Where's the rest of your... Looks to you, Savannah, with a polar bear, hard to miss.
Let's just say we've all had a day. Multiple family members have been missing, and we're trying to fix it, but it's just been a day.
Well, fucking sure. Let's have a conversation. Besides, I wanted to see you guys anyways.
Yeah, my mother-in-law told me.
She'll walk to where Savannah is, or like a little bit of a far off the way.
I just kind of, I thank the guards and just kind of give like a wave and walk off.
Instinctually hug her.
You feel the invisible force of her arms sort of wrap around you. What happened? Why is everyone...
We've all had family members taken or otherwise.
It's just, when you have so much loss, it's nice to see friends.
Yeah, of course. I was going to go find you all, because I wanted to ask if you've seen Roman.
Do you not know what happened? Or what have they told you happened?
Lights from the sky, missing bodies, missing people. Last known whereabouts of... Sort of looks towards the tower. Vigno was in the tower, in his homestead, and Roman was there as well.
She kind of took them.
Shit.
And it's worse than that. But I don't have it in me to touch base with all the other stuff that's happening today. But she took a bunch of people, and then I don't even have a nice way of saying it, kind of let the undead rain from the sky in certain places, and we think we kind of got that handled, but like I said, I don't have enough magic or arcane.
We don't know yet, but we think we got that under control.
To check in.
Okay. Well, sounds like you kind of have a little more understanding of what's happening around here. Was this just a social call? Motions towards the tower?
I don't know what it was. I thought initially it was just an attack on us because we were...
No, I'm asking, why did you come visit his tower?
I wanted to see if his family was alive.
Oh, I see.
And I turned to Sav because Sav didn't know this information. They said they have them in their care. They're okay.
Thank God.
We're gonna take a quick baby break. He just woke up, so I'll be right back. And we're back. So yeah, right now what we find is Vera, Lila, Savannah, and Raimi currently standing upon a hill, a snowy hilltop, looking out at the destroyed tower that once was Igno's. Several guards currently passing around tools to clean up things. Yeah, you guys are currently obviously just having a conversation about, what happened to the family. Vigno. They're currently safe in the care of the king and the queen, sorry. And Raimi, as always, being the
the bright star of our lives.
The bright star person. She's like, well, why do you want to show up? Just to see if they were okay? Anything else?
I would say I missed you, but damn. Anyway, no.
I would take that as an insult if I didn't know you.
My father-in-law is missing.
You, we have questions. We're trying to make sure our friends are okay. We knew Igno, and finding out now, Roman have been taken.
My mother-in-law's house is destroyed. Her husband's gone. So yeah, we have reasons to show up.
Okay. All right. Hey.
Ruby Blair is apparently gone.
I'm surprised you knew that.
I sent her a message.
We have ways. Just leave it at that.
Why are you surprised anymore? You went with us. You know the crazy. Let's dial that up by like 20 since you've seen us.
You guys are just like a walking wrecking ball.
No, we're not actually.
We're not.
We were actually doing really good up until she decided to put shiny lights in the sky.
All right. Listen, all animosity aside, I'm sorry.
There's animosity?
I can't turn that off.
Yeah, she hugged you.
I know. All right, listen. I can't turn that off. That's who I am. But I get it.
Okay,
you got some family and friends taken.
Don't go in there like that with Rolly. Try to be ginger with that man, because his girlfriend got taken.
Dear.
His father got taken. and his brother's in mid-panic, and he has a little brother.
All right,
So
fine.
don't go in there with that kind of energy.
I know, if you're gonna be like this, I suggest maybe not go to the bar.
Child mode on.
Yes,
I get
child
it.
mode.
Okay.
Okay.
Which,
Fucking damn it. All right. What do you guys need?
Information.
Info? Sure, I might have it.
access to the tower? Preferably not noticeable access to the tower?
Why? Just tell me why, and I could maybe help.
Because Igno is helping us with trying to put an end to Evergrey. And I'm sure she knew that information, and that's why he got pulled out like he did.
Okay, all right.
So I don't think they're going to let us look around. They don't care who we are. I mean, maybe a little bit enough to give me the information they did, but even so, we need to look around.
I was gonna say, these guys, points to the four, they're under orders from the queen.
Yeah, but we're not her favorite people either.
No.
Well, we're not the most awfulest either because we helped her out, but you know, she was afraid of this.
But they at least respect me, so I can probably catch their attention, allowing you guys to get in.
Okay.
You guys feel a little stealthy?
With Sav's help, sure.
That's my middle name.
All right, confidence, good.
I
like
forgot
that.
we still had Lila with us.
Yeah.
I mean, you might need to put the polar bear away. Or Raimi, you want to pet for a couple hours, for an hour or so?
No,
We can leave her with Mary.
I don't babysit.
That's not a baby.
Oh. That's not a baby, one. And two, look at her face.
She growls at Raimi.
Lila.
Fuck you too.
Hey. Don't say that to my bear.
All I gotta know is you're going in there to stop Evergrey. He has some info for that.
Pretty much. If she didn't take
Fine
it.
by me. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'll keep these guys busy. Listen. They can't let you pass. They're not letting me pass. I'm just helping them clean up. All right.
Fine by
Fair.
me.
I can get.
And I don't think I have to say this, but just mum's the word.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. I got you.
I feel like I just tell the Sav, I'm like, and you hug that.
I'm starting to regret my actions. So,
All right.
I guess let's take their
Do you
home.
wait for nighttime or should... What's the best time for this?
Well, we have to take Lila back to the bar, so why don't we do that and come back?
Yeah.
You guys return back to the Books and Brew. 10-minute walk. Not very far.
Oh, that's what we were gonna ask. Did the other towers near Igno's were also destroyed, or is it just Igno's in that little...
Oh.
The one tower, right?
Just the one tower.
I wonder what the queen has to say about that.
I think Raimi will also tell you, like, because it is domain chosen business, she's very involved.
Well, it's not like we didn't spill on the table everything that we knew when we told her at the time that was accurate. We did tell her everything. So it's not like we kept anything from her, but
But you have to remember with the queen, and in her minds, we are the cause of this.
I know. Well, I don't think she thinks that. I think she just thought we were a liability for these reasons. She wasn't wrong.
I mean, in that case, don't take it personally. It's just domain, the way domain people are.
No, I don't blame her. Look at what happened. It's not our fault, but at the same time it is.
The tiny bit of guilt. The tiny bit of guilt.
You guys get to the Books and Brew, entering the first floor. You see Mary currently reading a book out loud to Rolly.
Yeah, she'll get you.
It's not very interesting, Rolly. You've zoned out numerous times. And when the visage of your friends finally pop up, you're like, finally! I was trying to be nice, and it was nice for a bit, but this can't hold my attention.
So we found a friend, and I give Raimi a face.
Oh, Raimi didn't go with you.
Oh, I thought she did.
No,
Oh, not the-
She was going to
Oh, okay.
distract the guards when you guys were ready.
Well, we still found a
Okay.
friend, but she's busy.
Raimi's gonna do us a favor.
Raimi.
Earth
The-
Genasi,
Our babysitter for a while.
you know, that chosen that we actually don't, we like, but we don't like.
Oh, that's right. That's
a love-hate
right.
relationship.
Yeah.
She vouched for us in the inn, so I mean...
Man, our friends suck.
No, they don't.
I like to imagine that you guys have a group of friends, and this is the friend you were left with. The one who's rocky.
It's not that it's just rocky, it's just tough love. Just tough
Essentially,
love there.
yeah.
Good news is Domain Queen, not Evergrey, is watching over Igno's family. So at least they got out. That's about the only good news I got.
Yeah, confirmed Roman was at the tower with Igno. They're both gone. Tower's destroyed. Yay.
But
But
Raimi's agreed to distract Tweedledee Dumb and Dumber while we investigate.
Dumb and Dumber?
The guards.
the guards at the front.
Ah, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Got
Yeah.
it.
Well, there's 3 of them, so that's why I said dumber.
Oh, so,
It's
So
dumb,
we
dumber,
brought
and dumbest.
Yeah.
yes.
So we brought back Lila because I can only turn 2 of us invisible, and the bear, that's hard. It's hard to hide a pink purple polar bear.
I figure she keeps Mary company. She likes Mary.
Immediately, Lila just sort of drops by the fireplace where Mary's reading.
Remember when she was a baby? Not so much anymore.
She's gotten huge.
Yeah.
Very big. Is she done growing?
I don't think they think so. That's the terrifying part. But she is very good about self-defense, so she will defend you if she likes you.
You just hear a low growl from
She
Lila.
also doesn't realize how big she is, so you just kind of have to tell her.
Yeah,
Stay on
if
the
she
ground.
tries to sit in your lap on the chair, just kind of gently shove her off.
Will do.
Rolly, are you gonna come or are you gonna stay?
Please get me out of here.
Oh, Rolly, did you know that there's a chapter 2 or a second book to the series?
No.
He's not a big.
Right now.
He's not a big reader. Very. He also thinks the Earth is flat, but that's a different conversation for later.
I don't remember that ever being a thing.
Ow.
Maybe that was a thing. Anyways, moving on. Do you guys
Listen, Vera. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb, right?
You were when we seen that globe, and you were like, "It's round," and we were like, "Yeah."
That's right.
See, I learned.
I'm assuming you guys leave.
Yeah.
No worries.
Alright, so here's the thing. I can cast invisibility on 2 people. I could probably cast an illusion on Rolly. But that's the best I can do.
I'm trying to think of how best to do this. I mean, one of us could help with Raimi and distract.
I mean,
Rolly, go help because I need the person with the higher intelligence.
I mean, I can distract, but I'd probably get myself thrown in jail.
Yeah, not in a bad
yeah,
way.
well, that's not what we need.
Look, that's my skill set. That's what I have to offer.
How about better? Will you do some advocacy work? In honor of the Books and Brew, you're going to go help with cleanup.
Wait, what am I cleaning up?
The rubble around the tower.
Yeah, you can say you're there to help Raimi.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, sure, I can
And
do that.
in honor of the Books and Brew, make us look good.
So,
So
as
no.
part of beer, I'm here to help clean. Got it.
Have we left yet?
I'll say you guys are standing outside of the Books and Brew.
Here, I actually run inside, get a couple things of bags of beers in a sack, and give them to Rolly. So you could take that to them.
Maybe like off the clock. I feel like we're gonna get told something if we hand a bunch of guards bag of beer.
It's like you're there to help, and there's beer.
Couldn't have just sent them a bag of coffee? Like,
Okay,
Anyway.
okay. I take the bag. I go in there. I put in like a growler of coffee, bread,
Well,
whatever snack
on
you
top,
have in
put it
there.
While
on
you're
top
in the
so we
Books and
don't
Brew
look like-
swapping everything out, Mary goes, "Oh, Savannah, here, he was so interested, totally engrossed."
I'm not there, thank God.
And she hands you a book, a Harry Potter-esque series. just roll it. I mean, you can keep it with him if he's ever bored.
Sorcery. Rolly's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of put that in the bag. Thank you, Mary. Run back out. Here we go. We have snacks. We have a coffee. Mary wanted you to have that.
The boy who lived.
Bread, cheese. That should win them over. I still have a bottle of wine in there in case that doesn't work.
At least it's at the bottom and not at the forefront.
Alright.
All right. So what's the approach?
We're gonna push Rolly forward.
Okay.
How many of you are pushing me?
Oh man, I guess I help.
And I also need to know who's pushing me and where.
We're just pushing you like a little shove forward. Not a serious shove, like, go.
Fine.
So Raimi is currently talking to some of the guards. She sort of sees you guys coming over the hill, sort of the higher vantage point going lower. She kind of looks at you guys and just sort of gives like a nod, like, now? How did you fucking miss this? And then all three guards go, what are you talking about? This! What does that look like to you? And she starts to walk a little off the ways. Points to the ground where a lot of the rubble is. She goes, this could be harmful, and just starts to have a bit of an argument.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna pull Vera to
Like
maybe
a
an
corner
alley.
or something. Yeah.
An alley. And then cast invisibility on both of us.
Okay. Both of you go invisible.
I have a question. Does my lantern glow when I use it or something?
It does glow when you pull it out, but when you have it on your person, that becomes invisible as well.
Oh, okay. So I'll make sure. Alrighty. Let's go.
And then, so those two go invisible. Rolly, what are you planning to do?
Raimi is here, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna follow your lead, but I just gotta give a quick shout out to our bar.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Whatever indeed.
Some of the guards who are currently, like, cleaning up a little bit what wasn't as big as a spill as Raimi is currently making it out to be. They kind of look to you and then look to her, and she goes, he's with me. He's goodwill. Accept the goodwill. Ain't that right, goodwill? And hits you on the stomach.
Yeah, my name is Rolly, owner of the Books and Brew. I'm here on behalf of the Books and Brew to help out voluntarily in whatever way you deem fit. If you need me to lift stuff, happy to help.
It's got muscle. You guys don't have that. Use them.
Rude.
They looked at her like, what the fuck? And so eventually they start directing you, Rolly, to lifting large stones and rubbles that used to be on like the top floor of the tower that currently have slanted and fallen into the pathway.
I like how you said the curse word and your son looked directly at you and went,
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Raimi said it. Wasn't me. I would like
that
both
was the face.
Vera and Savannah roll me stealth rolls with advantage because you are invisible.
Don't fail me on the self, Vera.
I don't have disadvantage. I have the boots of Velvet Kite. I'm just also not very...
Okay, add it up, that's gonna be 25.
No problem, man.
He's... I don't know. He's funny. Okay, definitely need the advantage. Oh, a 1 and a natural 20.
Thank God for invisibility. For a total of?
Oh, that's it. Natural 20. I don't got anything.
Oh, modifier. Okay.
Thank God.
20 modifier. You guys quickly go in past the sort of the courtyard space that surrounds Igno's tower, over a fence, leaving behind footprints. But enough so, you rolled high enough where they won't be noticed right off the. They would take some serious searching from them to actually notice.
Can I dust the footprints?
You can use your
Or,
tail.
I don't think I
tail, or take a branch and.
Yeah, honestly, you could use bringing a branch you'd see an invisible branch. You'd probably just use your tail to sort of.
Yeah, I'll just use my tail. I'll Vera goes ahead of me, so I'll swipe them behind us.
Solid. Doing all that, entering what looks to be so there is the first floor is somewhat standing in a way, more like just the walls. Majority of the tower has fallen and crashed. So once you get past the front entrance, there is a bit of solid privacy. So you can if you wanted to drop invisibility, you could, but if you want to stay stealth and maybe secured, you can keep stealth at invisibility up. But you get past the front door, which currently no longer has an arcane incantation. Thank you.
It's alright, caffeine hasn't hit yet, I guess.
Walking into the front, first floor, it is full of rubble. The bookshelves that used to line his walls are currently cracked in half. Some of them outside now. Numerous books and pages scatter the floor. There are tables and sofas and other cushioned spaces that look like they covered in snow and dust and rock and rubble. It's hard to even see the floor, with how much rubble and debris there is here.
Do we remember where, I don't remember, I could not be remembering this right, but the little vault or dimension he had in the wall, what floor was that?
He could summon
It
it.
was not his lab.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he could summon it.
I thought it was a door.
He could summon the door. So
Okay.
the way it worked was that he was able to almost there's a spell called a Mystic Mansion or something along those lines where it's a mansion thing, and he can summon it wherever he wishes.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't static. It was just something
No.
he could
He can
poof into.
first floor, second floor, whatever he wanted. He was just I want to go in the vault.
Well, that's honestly better because then she could take it, I think, but she just took
That
the
actually
person.
takes some relief off me, I hope. So, realizing that's not a static thing.
I think we're still looking for anything tied to her that maybe we left there, like notes on who the Paylord person was.
Sure. Roll me investigate. Both of you may roll me investigation check with disadvantage due to the chaotic.
Do I have a regular roll then? Because I have the Eyes of Minute.
True. Yes.
I would do guidance.
Once
but
I
then
hope
the
I get.
invisibility would be gone.
So, that's gonna be an 18.
Not bad.
That's only a 15.
Okay. You start to look around, both of you. Picture frames and portraits of family broken in half, snapped, covered in snow. Fireplaces long been put out. Whatever long embers that used to run here are long gone. 18, you said, Savannah? Even with the disadvantage? That's pretty damn good. I mean, you're going through pages and books, and so you just, from an outside perspective, you just see a book float, thumb through, and going through another one, pulling up pages, lost pages. Something sticks out to you, Savannah, very strangely. Everything here looks destroyed, mangled, in rubbles and covered in snow and dust and just fully destroyed. The one thing that looks pristine is and you recognize it, it's the teapot that is currently sitting in the middle of the floor under some rubble. So you start to move it around. Completely clean, completely, just...
It's perfect while
Perfect.
everything else is not.
Yeah. Not a scratch.
Maybe take that one.
I'll mage hand to pick up the teapot.
Able to hold it.
It's just a floating teapot.
It's just the floating teapot. There's nothing. There's nothing in the teapot, right?
There's a little bit of water.
That is just odd. I take the lid off the teapot.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where you can it's almost like a handle that
like
lifts
the
it. So you boop, opens up. You can swirl it around, and there's a little bit of water slushing.
Hey, Vera, you got that lantern?
Oh yeah, I held it up.
Okay, hold it up.
As long as it's not shining light, because it's invisible.
I'll say it doesn't, but it will pierce through illusions. It's not an illusion.
Okay. Nothing else comes out as an illusion over here where we're at.
You look around. Whatever, maybe arcane spells used to be here that are illusionary are no longer active.
Okay.
Outside, Rolly, you are lifting stones and pillars and moving them aside, doing everything you can. Raimi kind of goes up to you, Rolly, as you're trying to be inconspicuous, and goes, "I'm running out of fucking things for you to do, other than lift shit. Do you want to go help your friends?"
I mean, that's what I'm here for, lifting stuff.
Go help your
They'll
friends.
be fine. They'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
All right, fuck it. All right. Hey, move that one too. Move that one too. All right, Rolly's on a task. What do you guys do, Savannah and Vera?
And mine is stuck on a teapot, and I don't know why.
Do we find any cups or anything? Well, just she find any cups. I don't find ish. But
Yeah, there's the pristine teacup.
Just take the tea set. Take the tea set. Vera was.
I just look at. I mean, obviously she can't see me, but in the invisible gaze, I just looked at Vera of tell me to not take things, and now you want me to take things?
He's gone. We have no information to get him back. Take the damn tea set.
Okay, I put the tea set into the bag of holding.
Roll me a dex save.
Oh crap.
Oh no, God.
Oh crap. Is there a portal in the tea set?
It's a straight dex save. That's a 16.
16. You're holding the tea and the teapot, and the tea set. You throw it into the bag. Not but a second later, it almost like the bag rejects it.
Can I try and catch it?
Flies about maybe 10 feet in the air. Do you try to catch it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do too.
You do? All right, both of you roll me just a dex check. Not a save, a check.
Oh, can I just help her then? Try and catch it?
No,
Okay.
because you're both invisible. How do
There's
you
another 16.
how do you help someone who's invisible?
I don't know. Okay. 18.
18.
I don't have any mods, so just whatever it is on the dice.
I'm so happy you guys rolled within 5 of each other. You both reach out because that was both saves, and you both collide.
Oh,
You were both in line to catch it. It wasn't a high DC.
Did it break? Are we okay?
It lands on the floor.
Did it break?
Nope.
Okay.
It. Boom, boom, boom.
I think that's more than a teapot, Sav. Crap.
So
Hold
it's not magical. It's not. Oh, that's just for illusions, right? Your lantern, right? Where's my dagger? I take out my dagger and hit it to the teapot.
Your eyes go blue. Not seen, but you see it. You see lost remains of magic everywhere. Whatever spells he was holding, whatever the tower once held, just a soft, lingering essence. The teapot is brimming with magic. It is a magical teapot. I'll say that it's more of a... What would it be? Like an abjuration spell
protection?
Of school? Kind of, yeah, like... Abjuration can mean a lot of things. It could be like protection, teleportation, things like that.
Maybe he went poof.
Either protection or Why do I have the strange feeling that Roman didn't go poof in the way we think he did?
Maybe. I don't think either one of
We
them
know
went
something
poof.
happened to Igno. I'm evidence of that.
Well,
But
it didn't connect when I tried to message
So,
him.
one thing you may remember, Savannah, with your upgrade with Felix is he can cast Identify once per long rest.
Felix,
Yes, Savannah.
identify because I'm confused. And I was holding the teapot.
You're holding it, and then a second pair of hands erupt from your forearms, and almost like the movie Ghost.
I imagine
covers.
like Raimi is like in the front of the guards where all this crap is happening. And she's like,
My whole thing
Well, the
is like,
teapot
I'm
is
scared to
like-
say while they're working, a teapot goes whoop.
Yeah, move that.
and then like 2 piles of dirt just go pff when we collided. Teapot goes up and then goes back down.
Well, remember, you have some privacy due to some of the walls still being up, but definitely they would have seen I mean, if they weren't busy, a pot just go.
Riley's like, the fuck are you guys doing?
Felix informs you that the teapot has, for one, is that it always refills with water after it's empty. It has this sort of enchantment on it. In addition to that, it has a secondary magical effect that only activates when the teapot is warmed up.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna flip it upside down and empty it.
Empty it. You turn it back up, and immediately you feel more water in it.
Huh. Where can I inconspicuously start a fire? I'm assuming there is a fireplace in rubble somewhere in here.
There
right?
is like a fireplace that's barely holding on that has.
I mean, I think that might do damage. I was gonna say maybe like I just hold it and do like a radiant thing
I
with
was
not
literally going
damage.
to firebolt into the fireplace and just start a fire.
I think
but
we should just take it home and heat it up at the bar instead of causing a fire in the place we're not supposed to be in.
But it won't go in my bag. I just stuck. Well, they're still invisible. So
Maybe
I guess
like
it's fine.
stick it under your cloak or something.
That's fine. And this is all just the first level, right? We still need to go
Son of a-
upstairs.
Well, again, the first floor is the only one standing. Everything else
right.
has fallen. I guess I should inform this as well. This is not going to be a secret since he did cast Identify. The teapot is tethered to this place.
Ah, crap.
And now you go, that's why it won't go in my bag.
So, about going back to the books and brews, that's not happening, so I start marching off to that fireplace.
Okay.
And looks for, like, scraps pieces of paper to throw in there.
Oh, there's plenty of books you can grab here.
I don't want to burn a book. I'm
Oh.
looking for, like, something that doesn't seem important or valuable.
There's old, like wooden floor that has fallen from the
Yeah.
second floor that you can definitely grab.
So, wood,
Go behind like one of the
Paper.
walls that fell or something.
paper,
Mm-hmm.
firebolt, fire.
You lose invisibility, casting another spell.
Damn it.
But
Alright, it's fine.
fire starts, a small one.
I'll put the tea kettle there.
Outside, Rami, being more perceptive, being a monk, looks to you, Rolly, walks up to you and goes, "What the fuck are your friends doing?" Nudges your arm to look up, and there's a soft white plume. Nothing too noticeable currently, but enough
Veer
where
was trying to go like this.
it's like lifting slightly. And he's like, "Go find out what the fuck they're doing."
Fine. I'm assuming when she asks, like, I have this like heavy thing on me. I'm just gonna
I
drop
freeze
it to
or
the ground.
Discord freeze.
Okay, great. You're strong. God damn it.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna do a quick tech pause.
My thing froze.
Okay, we're gonna do another tech pause. Be right back, guys. Rolly, just make me a stealth check.
Does he have to be stealthy when she sent them away?
The DC's lowered because currently she's distracting.
Mike, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
6'7" behemoth of a man, literally going to the place of a wreckage, lifting the heaviest things no one else can lift, throwing them around as if they were toys. Okay, and you want him to do a stealth check.
Yes.
What do you think he's gonna roll?
Natural 1.
Oh, did you not?
That's exactly what he's gonna roll. Because that's exactly what I rolled.
One of the other guards,
Tripped over
third
your
one,
feet.
turns around and goes, hey! We don't need you to lift anything in there.
Oh, you sure? There's stuff in there.
No one's allowed to go in there.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I go back.
You go back. Raimi kind of gives you like,
What?
switching back to the ladies inside. You start to warm up the pot.
We better hurry up.
If I could contain the smoke?
Do you have a way to do that?
I'm trying to think. Would it be around there that can possibly... Some open air room, parts of a fireplace.
That might think for a second.
Would it be possibly in the room? Yeah, I got nothing right now. Never mind.
Okay. After a minute, the steam starts to escape the teapot.
Oh no. Is
And-
that noise?
I would like you both to just roll me a perception check.
Does Sav have thaumaturgy
No, I do not.
by chance? My thing for a second. Okay.
You said perception, right?
Perception.
That is a 10.
Hold on. I think my perception's super freaky high now. Hold on. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? There's little wind today. And that's why kind of like a lot of the smoke is going straight up. It's kind of nothing's stopping it. Nothing's moving it. The steam erupting from the teapot is slowly shifting a bit to the southeast. But of course, it is just a small bit of steam you'd expect from a teapot, and it evaporates after some inches.
Maybe that's where he wants us to go?
Southeast?
But right now, I think we should stop lighting shit on fire because we're in the middle of
Yeah, I got you.
There's some snow.
snow or dirt.
I'll find a pile of snow and put it on top of the fire.
Snow, the fire goes out. The water from inside the teapot's still hot, still burning. You start to...
By chance, is there any more steam coming out of it?
Yeah, steam's still erupting from it.
I'm gonna pick it up and just kind of fiddle with it and see which way the steam goes.
Every time you twist it around, the steam constantly shifts southeast.
I walk in that direction with it?
Trying to dodge fallen books and bookcases and furniture. You have to move a little offline from the southeast pathway, and eventually you come to a point where the steam stops hitting northeast and ends up just going straight down.
That's not weird at all.
Like our tower had like a magical elevator type situation, right?
Did only our tower? I thought Igno's tower.
No.
did too.
It was something like you could choose what floors to go into, something like that, right?
I think so. Can we choose what floor we can go to? Yeah, in our tower.
Well, I mean, the elevator's gone.
No. She's just saying, like in general, like,
it's
can
just like,
you
is there a
choose-
basement level?
It's up to the owner of the tower. Almost like you guys, it was up to you guys to construct a basement.
Mhm.
That could happen here.
Does it look like there's like, lack of a better word, holes, or there could be a bottom layer of the floor?
Take out my little lantern again.
There's no illusionary effects. However, the steam is going through the cracks of the wooden floor.
What the?
There's something I can. Is there like a hot poker near the fireplace?
Yeah, there would be.
I'm gonna grab a hot poker and try to see if I could pop the floor open.
Roll me a strength check.
Oh,
Gosh.
damn it, this is
I
the
can't
time
help
need
her?
rolling.
You can help her
Okay.
because you see the floating poker.
Yeah.
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
Okay.
I'd say guidance, but I get rid
Better.
of the invisibility. So.
I rolled the exact same fucking thing. That's a 12.
12. A little bit of snap, and the entire board doesn't come loose. Just like a quarter of it snaps off prematurely, and the smoke goes down deep, and you can see that there is a secondary room, a basement, underneath where you're standing.
There's gotta be a better way to get down there.
Where you're currently standing, it looks like there's an empty... There looks to be on the edging, like it's almost like a circular tube going down. And the way you're looking down it is that there's a singular tube going down, and there are stairs along the edging of this tube.
I go, oh, okay, that's just stairs.
Yeah.
I'll go through the stairs.
Well, the thing is, it's being all covered up by the floor.
Oh,
So, like, imagine
gotcha.
there was a spiral staircase, and someone just put a floor above it.
Can Felix tell what's down there? He can just tell
No,
traps.
but I have an idea.
Maybe we should suggest them to go do something else.
Jellyfish?
You even have the jellyfish?
I still have the jellyfish.
Okay.
Are you still attuned to it?
I disattuned to something. Wait, am I attuned to it, or did I just?
I think you removed the jellyfish
Damn it!
to
You're
attune
right.
to something else.
Whoops.
Well, maybe.
Wait, I don't think. No, I did. I still have it, but I didn't attune back to it because. And we don't have time for me to tune back to it, so we can't do that. Why can't you go small, Vera?
Wrong campaign.
Can you face step down there?
Yeah, but then I won't be invisible no more. Oof.
I don't think face step's a spell.
Oh, so can I do that?
Yeah, I think it's unless you cast a spell or do an attack.
It's just an ability.
It's just an ability.
All right. Can I see in there?
You could face step somebody.
You can
in
see
there.
basically the top of the stairs, like a little portion of it.
All right. I faced up.
Face step. It is dark. You can look up and you can see Savannah's eyes, her cat eye, appearing through one of the holes of the wooden floor above you.
Do I see her eye if she's
Yeah.
invisible?
Green
no,
cat eye.
no, yeah, you do because she casted firebolt.
Oh yeah.
Just a green cat eye, doing that thing where like you get a bit of light and it just reflects.
They're marbles.
Yeah, it's a little like a yeah, it's weird how they look like marbles. But there's a soft illumination of blue coming all the way down.
I pull out my lantern.
Nothing.
All right.
Not gonna solve everything.
No, I know, but I bought the damn thing. Might as well use it anyway. Keep walking down.
Okay. So Vera's walking down.
Yeah.
Savannah's keeping an eye out from above. Rolly's still keeping the act of moving things and cleaning up. Hi.
He's smiling.
Roll me a perception check, Vera.
Okay. Wish your mom good luck. Good job. 21.
You start to go down the spiral staircase, and there comes a point where it stops going down in a spiral, and it just sort of goes straight a little bit, like a bit of it, like a archway, and then continues on in a spiral. So almost like a connecting bridge, a little bit. You walk through this archway, and there is a torch that is no longer lit, and there is a statue to the left of what looks like to be a thin, like a wired man, covered in stone with a domed head, and it is embedded into the wall. but that's what you see. You can continue going if you wish.
I'm gonna check this thing to see if there's any levers or traps or something.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, I got advantage. Wait, my disadvantage? Or
No.
my advantage?
Before you're at disadvantage because you were trying to look through a mess.
Oh, okay. I was like, why did I have disadvantage the first time? Okay, it's really hard to see what that is on those dice. Need the advantage. 19.
19. No levers.
What about traps?
Traps. I don't think you see any traps, but I think what you do see is you start to look. I'm assuming you're looking pretty thoroughly through this statue.
Mm-hmm.
There comes a point where you meet eyes with this thin, like, wire frame of a man. And there are small, tiny little holes where the irises are. And as you peer through it, you almost like it hurts your eyes for a second. You're like, ow! And because you just see blue, nothing but blue, like, and this is akin to like someone shining a laser light in your eye. You're just like, son of a, god damn it! And you kind of like, you put your hands up where it's looking. And
Put my goggles on.
You don't see like when you shine a laser to someone's face, you kind of see that red dot or something. You don't see the blue.
So, like, can I move this thing to go through it, or what the hell?
I mean, it's just a bridge. You can continue going.
No, I mean, like, behind the statue. If I look through the irises, I don't see the blue anymore. There's nothing?
No, you still do.
Oh.
It's every time you look through the irises, you get blinded. Like, you'll try it again, and you just go, ah, damn it, second time. But if you try,
they're like lights themselves.
yeah.
Okay.
What are they pointing to? Like, if the light shines outward, like, what direction is it pointing to?
The torch. The opposite wall.
Man, well, there goes invisibility. I'm gonna sacred flame to, like, put some light in the torch.
You do that. You wait for a second.
Take it off the wall?
You do that.
Nothing?
None. Quiet.
Sus. I would say an Arcana check, but I don't know if that's gonna help.
If you want, you roll me a Arcana check.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna help, but we'll see. What is my Arcana? Whee! Okay, not bad. Oh, that thing, all of the rules is 18s. I won't complain. 24.
21?
24.
24!
Yeah.
God damn.
Plus 7. I think that's actually more.
There definitely something is magical, obviously.
25. Sorry.
25.
Off
Stop it. Just stop. Stop being gross. Alright? I don't need that. Not on this table. You sense that, yeah, it's probably something arcane about this. I mean, I can't give you more than what any more or as equal to what a detect magic or a what do they call it? Identify spell would give you. But essentially, you do detect that there is some sort of arcane element to the eyes here. There might be a trigger. You just don't know what. And you don't know what would be triggered and what would happen.
Can I go back the way I came and then be like, Sam, you need to get down here?
A visible Savira gets to you, Savannah.
Yeah. Well, I'm underground.
I'm like, oh shoot, I can see you.
Yeah, I know. I had to do magic bad things. There's a weird statue with glowy eyes, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Don't look directly in it.
Did you check for traps?
Yeah, I did.
Got him.
I did.
Well,
and I'm not
okay.
the one that normally does it. Something with
so
a
obviously
torch.
we can't break the thing. Is there a door or way down there? Do you see?
From this vantage point, Vera, since you are looking up where the rest of the stairs meet, there is a lever on the wall
There's a lever on the wall, but I don't know what it does. Should I hang on to something?
I think I might need to hang on to something. Try the.
Maybe mage hand the lever.
Well, no, she can't see from her end.
I can't see the lever. You can see the lever. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to the lever. You're gonna pull on it and then run away.
Why don't you just cast Mage
unless
Hand?
you have a rope,
I do have a rope.
then lasso it.
Can I lasso it?
Roll me a dex check.
Oh,
How good are you at this?
Can I guidance myself since I'm not invisible anymore?
Sure, yeah. How well can you yeehaw?
If you don't want to touch it, that's the best I got.
Not very well.
What's your yeehaw score?
14.
14? That's not the best yeehaw score, but it's all right. Takes you about 4 tries. You're like, God damn. Hits the wall.
Maybe she wasn't yeehawing hard enough.
No.
There was
Oh,
no
I got an
in her
idea. Oh no, I already did it. If I made it, I made it. I am gonna do this before I pull the lever. I did roll flight. So I'm going to drink my potion from Moscow. So in case the freaking floor goes out from underneath my feet, I'm good.
You taste about 4 different flavors of margarita. You drink a margarita flight.
Oh.
That sounds confusing.
You get a watermelon, you get the classic, you get a mango, you get...
That just sounds confusing.
about the 4th try. Lasso's around.
And I float up.
You float up a little bit. You pull the lever.
I mean, sounds like light enough for me to carry her, right?
Savannah, what you see about maybe a foot away on the right of you, some of the boards of the floor drop maybe about half an inch, slide in underneath the wall, underneath the floor, and you see the stairs leading down.
I'm gonna take my teapot and head down the stairs.
Perfect.
Should I put the lever back up?
Wait, when you see me, I'm all like, I'll mage hand the lever, and I just look at you like, why are you flying?
It was in case the floor fell out. It's not like that hasn't happened. Anyway,
Mage hand the lever.
Yeah, mage hand the lever
The
back.
floor covers back up.
Okay.
The only light from above is that one little hole that Savannah made with a poker. And a radiant glowing torch.
Ooh, because it's radiant glowing, does it produce heat?
No,
Damn it!
it's not fire. It's fire. It's a radiant fire.
Well, maybe you can put fire on it and see if that does anything.
I know, I'm all like, put out your magical fire.
Just wave it off. There's statue. Weird glowy thing in the eyeballs. Points to the torch. So I lit the torch, but nothing happened.
First, firebolt torch. Second, go back to where torch was, put torch back. And you said the lights of the eyes point at the torch?
The statue is looking at the torch.
Yeah.
Or at least the opposite wall, I should say.
Can I investigate the opposite wall?
Yeah, roll an investigation check
And give guidance.
with guidance.
We're going to lucky that one. Say slightly better. With the guidance. With the guidance, that's a 19.
With the guidance to 19, you feel so stupid, Savannah. This is just a stupid normal wall.
Okay, so this is a wall. This doesn't seem to be a lever.
Okay, well, if we go to the
I'm gonna
torch, what's diagonal from
before I go back to that, I'm gonna put heat under the teapot.
Oh yeah. After a moment or two, the steam once again erupts and it continues down.
that? Alright, I guess we keep going.
I'm looking at the statue, I'm just like, I guess it's the same thing. I'll investigate the statue.
Sure. Roll an
Yeah,
investigation
again.
check. The DC is now higher because now we're having a second person look at it.
I give guidance.
That wasn't that one.
Don't you have lucky?
I do. Do I gonna keep using my lucky on this? Alright, I'll use lucky again.
Sure.
It's like it explodes.
Okay, that's better. I mean, without the guidance, that's a 23. 26.
26. You start to look it over, and it's weird. It looks like if someone grabbed like a manufactured man with like tubing and metallic parts, like you would assume like, oh, this was all like probably hard construction of this facsimile of a person. There's no really distinct characteristics to get like race or species, but it's just like a silhouette of a person with
like a mannequin?
Yeah, like a mannequin with a domed head with tiny little holes for the irises, and you too look through the holes and you're like, why did I even do that? But it is almost like someone carved it out of the stone, and it looks like this thing, whatever it might have been, was petrified and put here.
Oh. Did I unpetrify it? Wait, I don't know if I can unpetrify
now, or
it.
you want to keep walking?
Let's keep walking, because I don't know what that is that I'd be unpetrified.
I know, last time I dealt with the petrified thing, it tried to kill us.
Yeah, I don't think I can inside check a statue.
My DM.
I mean...
You can certainly try,
Yeah.
Matt Mercer.
Yeah, that's not confidence at all.
I feel like it would either protect Igno from something or it would help Igno with something, because I don't feel like he just... But he also has a Lich's stone in his house. So, you know, I don't know. Let's go. Let's keep looking. We'll get it on the way back.
We'll follow the steam, I guess, or go across so we can figure out how else further down we have to go.
You hear, or at least, Rolly, you hear... What did you bring?
What did I bring?
Yeah, what's in the sack?
This sack?
What are we pointing at?
What are we pointing at? Do I have a sack? Would I bring a sack? If Rolly knows that he's doing volunteer work, and he doesn't know how long he's gonna do it for, he probably would have brought some, like, snacks and stuff, you know, maybe potentially, like, change of clothing in case something ripped, but, like, that's kind of about it, really.
So not a bag of things that your bar gave you to give to them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, certainly not that, no.
She looks at you and goes, oh. Okay, Professor, I was going to offer some food to you. I didn't think you brought your own lunch.
Oh, you always gotta be prepared.
Fair. Very fair. Fucking... Hey! Put that down! God damn it. Hold on. Sort of walks to one of the other guards. Roll a perception check, Rolly.
Uh, 23.
23. You've been sort of here for maybe half an hour or so. One, you're unsure where your friends are, and half an hour of them alone, never a good sign. Second, a lot of the guards here are kind of now nonchalant about your appearance. Not to say that they aren't, you know, like watching you as much as they can, especially with your attempt to go inside, but there's a less hostility nature for them around you. There's more of a comfortability of like, yeah, this guy's helping.
I mean, it's what I'm here to do.
Anything you're trying is there anything specific you would like to accomplish? I want to just give you the floor at least. If not, we can just continue on with the ladies.
I mean, to be fair, I did tell my team to contact me if anything arises, and I've yet to be contacted.
Very fair.
So I assume that they are continuing to go about their work, and that they just need privacy. So my job here is to distract, and promote.
How loud is your sending stone when we talk through it?
It's like casting the spell. Spell. We can always hand wave it, say whether it's in your mind or through the stone.
Sav, you
Yeah.
may want to tell Rolly.
Oh, right, because we're underground. Rolly.
So I hear the pings in my mind, and like I look around and I try to see a moment. I'm actually gonna look for Raimi and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna take a quick 5 minute. I'll be right back."
You smoke?
I mean, I want to learn how to smoke meats, if that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying, do you smoke like drags?
What's a drag?
Here. You see
boy.
invisible arms reaching in, handing you sort of this floating cigarette. If you do, if you don't, give it back.
What is this?
Cigarette. What,
Really?
What do you do not?
Really?
No. Actually, real talk. I don't. Rolly does not know what a cigarette is. Yeah, I don't know if he knows anyone that smokes.
Tobacco. You're right. You
What's
seem
that?
distracted.
No, I'm literally confused by what you're giving. I've never seen this before.
Then you hear
I've
Savannah.
been an adventurer for so long, and I've never seen one of these before.
Do I hear this on my side?
He's responding, talking, so you can hear it too.
Tell him don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Smoking's bad.
Well, anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna go catch a breather. I'll be back. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. You find a secluded space.
As we're walking while Seth is telling him this.
And I respond, and I'm like, "What the hell's a drag, guys?"
We're taking so long because we're technically, I think, underground. What do you mean, what's a drag? That's why we're dragging.
No. What is a drag?
A drag?
Yes.
Like a cigarette? Like a thing, like a piece thing you smoke out?
What does it look like?
That's a conversation for it. No, we don't have time for this.
Okay. What do you want? How's it going in there? Jeez.
I found an underground basement passage thing.
All right. Sounds like you guys have made some progress. Very good.
We also found this petrified thing that we can't figure out if it's good or bad, so we're gonna leave it for later.
Okay. Cool. What do you need me to do? I've been
don't
distracting
know.
the guards.
Ask him
How's
if
the
you give him the
distraction
bag.
go? Did they like the food?
What food?
Did he eat
bag
the
of
food?
food. Did you eat the food?
I mean, come on, Sav. I've been literally lifting things that weigh more than you all day.
It wasn't just for you. That was for promotion of good. This is why I can't do business with you, Rolly.
Hey, man. I promoted the bar. The guards seem to like it.
Did he give him the
You were
coffee?
supposed to give them food, and did you at least give them the wine?
There's wine in here?
There was the wine in the bottom of the bag.
You look through the
What
bag and right on the bottom.
Oh! It's gonna be a great day today.
Rolly, share with the guards. The
Yeah. Fine. I thought you were just giving me this out of free will for realizing I'm gonna be working myself to the bone all day.
I literally said give. Me and Vera are fine. We are underground. We will call you if we need you. God damn it.
Okay, in the meantime, I will continue to distract the guards and promote the bar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's never an RP like a Savannah Rolly RP. There's no equivalent.
He ate the food, didn't he?
He ate the food. He just remembered the wine. I am never going
So-
to business with this man ever again.
So he's going to drink the wine and tell the guards that he drank it.
Oh, that's gonna go lovely. How are we gonna explain this to Vera?
Maybe he'll share. We don't know.
You don't know that?
I'm never going to business with this man again.
Vera, Savannah, you walk downstairs, and you are met with a large study room, an underground space with soft blue illumination coming from what looks to be a lower level, like one of those half levels, where there is still, I think, due to the whatever occurred on Igno's tower caused some sort of shift in the foundation enough where like there are some pots and some debris that has sort of seeped through a bit of sand and snow that has sort of dirtied up this very nice looking hidden basement.
Sorry, he tried to stick the cat's head in his mouth.
I just saw your face. I'm just like, what happened?
There are desks, couches, fur rugs, a lit fireplace that looks like has some like continuous illumination of fire. Not as as bright as one would expect, but just enough to maybe sit down and read in front of. There's actually a bed down here in case Igno spent too much time studying or something.
Or he got in trouble with his wife.
Perhaps. Yeah, you find this very beautiful sort of an underground study space. Sort of an experimental area. One thing that catches your eye, however, in the middle of this entire room, there is a white sheen just hovering, a line, like not straight, but like almost like a lightning type of style, where it's sort of jagged and it's just floating in midair, letting off this soft white illumination.
Take out my lantern.
No illusions.
What the hell is that?
I take the teapot to see if the steam does anything to it.
You pull up the teapot. The steam is stopped. It seems that you guys have arrived to where the steam was pointing to.
The brain in me right now is just like, I want to touch it, but the other half of my brain's like, don't touch it.
Savannah, roll me an Arcana check.
17.
Next to this seam on the floor, there seems to be a incomplete teleportation circle.
What do we do about that?
Yeah. And as you get close enough to this sigil written on the floor, enough to sort of recognize it as a teleportation circle, your eyes shift back to that seam, and you see a shadow walk past the white, and you hear an echoed voice of, like a sigh.
Like a familiar sigh?
A little bit.
Bad familiar or good familiar?
I'll say that probably Savannah recognizes it quickly. It sounds like Roman, who sighs a bit.
I run to the side.
You run to the seam?
Yeah.
Run to the seam. There's barely like a few centimeters of the seam that make it up. And as you try to find the biggest portion of this rip, you peer inside, rolling perception check with disadvantage.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can help.
Regular.
So then
Nat
roll
20.
nat 20 with straight roll.
No. With you said disadvantage. I was sad because that was a nat 20 straight roll.
So-
but,
No, I get
That was
advantage.
that was your first roll, right?
yeah.
So she's helping you. So that counts as out the disadvantage. You only get one
Okay.
roll, so that's a nat 20.
Yay.
You peer through, and you see Roman pacing in a dark void of a room with a vault sitting inside. And let me double check my notes. You see sitting in the vault is the green phylactery shard.
Oh my god. Roman!
You yell that out, and it seems like he can't hear you, and he doesn't react.
I just stressed to Vera. I'm like, Vera, it's the vault. It's the vault. Roman's in the vault.
I don't know if I could send him a message in there. I could try. It's
We
gonna be
already tried. It wouldn't work, right? No?
You've never done it to
I
Roman?
never did it to Roman.
Oh, right.
I think you have to get the child, sir.
Okay.
He is screaming like a banshee. It's gonna be a 7th level spell, but hopefully we don't need to do anything else today.
It's getting to the evening, so.
He's like, I want to participate. Alright, spending a 7th level to frickin' what do I even
Sure.
say? We're outside the shimmery thing? Or we're in Igno's basement?
Right. That's a start.
I can only say 25 words.
We can see you?
That doesn't sound creepy at all. Okay, I'll try.
don't know.
I'm not gonna say Roman because he knows it's me. We can see you. We're in Igno's basement. Can you see us?
No.
Or can you come out?
Do you have any words left?
Do I have any words left?
I wasn't counting. I have a.
I didn't count either.
Try it again.
Right.
Try it.
Try again.
Try again.
Okay, I already forgot what
You're
I
gonna
said.
count this time.
We can see you. What the hell else did I say?
We're in the basement.
We're
Or
in
Igno's.
the
yeah.
basement. Or Igno's basement. So that's another word. Well, what else?
How can we get you out?
Or can you come out? Okay.
Whatever's
Well,
shorter.
that's still only
whatever's
like
shorter.
10, so... Can you come out? Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I have more technically,
Roll me
but I don't know
D20.
what else would I would say. That's it.
Roll me d20.
Oh.
Just don't get a 1. There's 5% chance.
You hear
this will
that?
work.
Don't get a 15.
Okay. There's a 5% chance it doesn't work when it goes across planes. Savannah's still looking at the crack. You see Roman stop, look around, and as he talks to Vera's sending or messaging spell, you can also hear his response too, as he's currently talking out loud, and his voice comes out in this echoey form, coming out of the seam. I can't get out. Igno got taken or removed, and I was in his plane when it happened.
Oh, crap. He's stuck.
He might have a device in his basement that can forcibly eject me out. It's just going to suck.
The device.
Yeah, Savannah actually laughs.
I can't use any more spells if we're gonna unpetrify that thing.
Honestly, I don't care about that thing. I want him out.
I thought he was crying, and then
Yeah,
I was
same
like,
here.
no, he's laughing.
I start looking.
No.
The unfinished teleportation circle, maybe.
Do you know how to finish one?
I
mean, I know how to do like the recall. Word of recall. I don't think that's exactly a teleportation dealy. I think you just put some. Would Vera understand how to do that? Because she has word of recall.
Finish a teleportation circle?
Yeah,
Totally different spells.
totally different spell.
Tell
I
you
don't
what,
know how to do that.
let me go. Let me put you on the map, and you guys can.
Oh yeah, we get a map.
Ask Rolly if he can ask Raimi if she knows how.
You really want to ask the goody two shoes?
I mean, she's already letting us down here.
Trying to think real fast.
I mean, we could unpetrify the
All
guy,
right, let's put Vera. I would assume you're standing here.
but we also don't know what that's gonna do.
and Savannah.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to unpetrify the thing.
And
Ooh,
then
pretty.
Rolly, I will put you
Ooh, it's pretty.
here in the corner.
That's what I said. Okay, well, we gotta look around.
Zoom in.
Device.
He said device, so can I search around the circle?
Maybe you gotta put the teapot somewhere.
Roll me an investigation check
Guides.
with guidance.
So that's an 18 with guidance. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. There are, as you can see from the map, there are several orbs of different colors. With the green one currently alit, and the red, teal, and blue currently like diminished in light. You are attracted to that green one.
I'll go to the green orb thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the sending stone. You inspect the thing. I'm gonna tell Roll.
Alright, yeah, I'll give Vera the sin still in the process of this.
It just alights, sort of giving off a soft glow.
I tell Rolly, we may have found Roman. He's kind of stuck in another dimension. We're trying to get him out. Apparently, he said it's gonna suck if we do.
You just hear grunts from him resuming to lift stuff, and then like, okay. Hey, Remy, I'll be back in a bit. 1 sec.
Yeah, fine. You're not on the clock. Do whatever you want.
Cool. I go find a secluded spot, and I'm like, he's in the where now?
So, Igno's basement has this weird shiny thing, and we could see him in there, and I sent him a message, and he's kind of stuck in like another portal or something. It was like a safety mechanism when Igno went poof. And the phylactery is also in there.
Uh-huh. Alright, what are you guys planning on doing about it?
We're gonna try and get him out. I guess he's stuck. He can't come out.
Cool, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Great, what do you need from me?
If the entrance caves in, just keep him distracted. And you may need to pull us out. But for right now, we're testing out magical things, because he says there's a device to open it, but we don't know which one it is.
Alright, suggest you take your time. Guys are very preoccupied with clearing the rubble. A cave in, and then it cuts off, I'm assuming, after the 25.
Then restart
So
it.
resume again. Yeah, and it restarts again. I assume a cave in would really bring attention, and we don't want anyone to know about all that stuff in there.
We'll try. Roman just says it's gonna suck when we get him out, so I don't know what that means.
Maybe it'll suck for him, I don't know.
Alright, well, I'll report back once, Sav's doing something with some shiny orb thingy. I'll report back in a minute.
Cool. If worse comes to worse and you guys think it's gonna get hairy, I'll start busting out. Let me know beforehand. I'll start busting out the wine and see if maybe that'll help.
Alright. Sav, what's with the glowy thing?
It's glowing.
What do you do with that glowing thing?
Can we move the glowing orb?
You could certainly try.
Is there a spot for it? Like if we put it in something?
Not that you can see.
I'm gonna attempt to move it with the mage hand first, because I'm not touching it.
Sure. Mage Hand grabs onto the orb, and the orb loses light.
Hey, maybe we need to light them all up.
Possibly. So, retouch the green thing?
What happens if I go touch the blue one?
Lights up.
Okay. What if
I
you touch
guess I'll go to the purple one.
Sure. Touching that one as well.
What's the other
And
color?
And there's
it's
the
like a teal.
teal one's
Yeah.
like right next to
I'm
Vera.
gonna
Here.
touch that.
You touch the teal. All the fireplaces go out.
Uh-oh.
The seam disappears.
All right, untouch the peel.
Untouch it, untouch it, untouch it.
Before you do so, there's a quiet moment. You're like, crap, and you're about to touch it again. A full-on rip in the material plane happens as like no longer like a seam or a rip, and both the shard vault, the actual physical like metal vault that Igno kept in his mini demiplane, and Roman are shot out, ejected violently.
Oh.
Enough so where Roman hits the ground and the vault crashes into him.
Oh. Are you okay?
And he is unconscious.
Oh, crap.
And the shard skitters across the floor.
Grab it. Grab it.
Put
it in the bag. Put it in the bag. She can't know we have it.
Okay, grab shard, bag, runs to Roman.
Okay. Crap. Man.
We're gonna have to revive him because I don't think any of us can carry him because we don't have Rolly.
I can carry him. He's not that heavy. But I think us bringing out an unconscious dude out of the ground might be... Hold on. Rolly. Oh, Rolly.
Grunting and general labor noises.
So we got Roman out of the portal. We got the phylactery, but he's unconscious. So I don't know if us coming out on the floor with an unconscious man is going to be real weird.
Okay, DM.
Yeah.
How many people are around me at this moment?
There are 4. There's Raimi and 3 guards.
Do they look generally distracted?
You have just become part of the crew for now, and they're not really paying too much attention to you. Eventually, like, occasionally someone goes, hey, we can't lift this, do you mind? And you're like, sure, and you do that for them. But they seem pretty distracted. Raimi has been sort of keeping them high alert enough where, like, you have these moments to walk away and have, like, a mental talk with yourself as you're trying to talk to either Vera or Savannah, depending on who's holding the stone.
We'll repeat this process, but I'm gonna, as I say, before I leave, I'm gonna tell Raimi, hey, listen, would you allow me a minute to like promote the bar?
Yeah, sure, why not? I don't give a damn. I've never been, so tell me what it's like.
Oh, you're gonna love it. It is literally the Books and Brews. It's great. But rather than me just talking your ear off about it, why don't you just try what we have to offer? And I go through the sack, and I'm like, I didn't eat all the snacks. I did eat some. I'll pull out some of the food, and I'll pull out the wine, and I'm like, here, pass this around. Whoever's interested in trying it, there's definitely more to be had at the Books and Brew.
2 of the guards go, we can't drink on the job. We're stationed. But the third one goes, holy shit, is that imported?
Yeah.
The other 2 look at him, and he goes, how many fucking times do we even have a chance to drink and burn wine?
Listen. I'm not going to tell if you guys aren't going to tell. If you don't want it, it's fine. It is here if you guys would like some. I know after a hard day's work, a drink is nice.
They look to Raimi. Raimi goes, 1. The third guy goes, yeah. All right, yeah. No, dude, totally great. And they start to share of the wine a little bit.
Okay, so should I heal him or should I just...
Well, hold on, Rolly. So now that is happening.
Is Rolly coming or not coming?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, hey, Raimi. Also, too. So I'm gonna need to step out for an extended period of time. Something that needs my attention. So if you can kind of keep some distraction going, I'll take care of it. Come back and we'll get the job done.
2 drinks.
Wait, what?
Fine, 2 drinks.
Heavy drinks.
Just
Heavy
listen. Listen. If it all matters, help me out here and come to the Books and Brew. I'll hook you up.
All right, you know what? That sounds inviting. I'll take that. Sure. All right, guys, we have the whole bar to ourselves. Just it's a break. This counts as your lunch. And they start to enjoy a little bit of the snacks and wine. Are you going to try to make your way back to...
Yeah, I'm going to try to slip to wherever they are. I realize they're underground and I have no idea where they are or how to get there.
Roll me...
We're getting to that.
Roll me another stealth check. I will lower the DC since they are drinking.
Caleb.
Aw, that bees.
Perfect. 21.
21. Significantly distracted due to the drink, and one guy going, no, you don't understand. They grow their grapes differently. It's the volcanic soil they have there. It makes amazing, and he just starts to go on and off, some sort of history buff. And you are able to successfully stealth away into the first floor of Igno's tower.
I give directions.
You are given directions. Unfortunately, you don't have access to the lever, but you do see the hole in the floor.
How big is the hole?
Sarah, go to the lever so he doesn't break the floor.
All right, make sure your boyfriend doesn't die. Hold on 1 second, really.
As you start to make your way to the stairs,
Okay.
Roman is still unconscious.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna put Roman on the board. Savannah was with him. Vera, you're making your way to the stairs. And Rolly is standing on the first floor. You start to hear coming from the stairs.
Rolly, did you go down the stairs?
No, I'm here.
Do you see anything? Because it sounds like something else is coming down the stairs.
Do I see anything?
You
Do I see anything besides the lever?
you don't see the lever. You just see a hole in the floor leading to spiral staircases that you can't. Someone needs to flip that lever from underneath. You don't see anything, Rolly, but Vera, you see coming down is that thin wireframe construct. Sort of the domed head it has is now swirling with some kind of arcane energy.
Are you friendly?
It looks to you, Vera, and goes, "Hello. You are currently on the what are you doing? You are currently on the premise of my master. I ask that you leave and do not take anything with you."
We're your master's friends.
"Hello. You are currently on my master's premises."
I think we gotta go, Sam. I go run over and I pick up Roman.
You said a vault fell out of the room
crap.
too. Can we pick that up, or is it heavy?
Oh, it's heavy.
God damn it! We need.
Okay, never mind. Here, put him down. I cast heal.
Oh, heal. Oh, how long has it been?
Too long.
Too long.
And I clap his face. Get up and either disarm that thing, or we need you to help us get this vault before that thing is not our friend.
He sits up, looks at it, and goes, "When did he get an arcane sentry?"
Okay, so you don't know what to do about that. We need to get the vault and get the hell out before it's not friendly anymore.
The vault is open. The shard is already scattered on the floor, but you guys grabbed it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
From
grabbed
the
the
bag.
shard already, so that's fine.
The eyes glow on the construct, and it goes, "Please drop whatever you have taken, and please leave the premises."
Uh-oh.
You think I can suggest it?
Why not?
Cast suggest.
Okay. What kind of roll does it need to make?
Wisdom saving throw.
All right. You cast the spell. What do you say to it?
We're friends?
Jedi mind trick.
Friendly disarm.
You cast a spell, do this, and it goes, "Arcane spell detected. Hostility."
Oh
Oops.
no.
I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Really just hop to the floor?
You can yell that before we start this.
Yeah.
Rolly, the last thing you hear is, "Guys, go to the floor!"
Alright. I will do that as we roll initiative.
9.
What did you get?
Actually, also 9.
9.
Oh, well, definitely.
I don't
Samantha
have anything to
first.
deck, so Sav's first.
9.
Give me baby. I'm not walking, but give me baby.
Alright, I rolled a 17.
17.
Ugh, this is not how this was supposed to go.
Oh, it didn't roll very well. Let's see.
Well, I'm glad we didn't wake him up soon.
No, I'm glad we went to deal with this before we dealt with this.
I will let you guys know, Roman has been locked in that space for so long that he no longer has any spell slots and he hasn't been able to sleep as of late.
But I can't
So
heal.
useless.
So pretty much, I said spell slots, girl.
I know. But like condition-wise, he should be fine.
Yeah, he's fine to get out of the way. Oh, even with a bad roll, he rolled a 9 too. Then, what's your dexterity modifier? Savannah?
4.
4. Okay, you beat this thing.
All right. With no hearing that Roman has no spells, what I'm going to say to him is like, "Hey, there's a lever by the stairs. Go get Rolly."
He looks to the sentry bot that is currently blocking the stairs, and he goes, "I will wait." Let me roll for Roman. Wow, we are just hitting no double digits except for Rolly. Rolly did so well compared to everyone else.
I mean, I got a nat 1 for stealth, so there you go.
Good point. All right, that means Rolly, you got the word of come to the door or come to the wall or floor. You go first.
I jump in.
Did everyone see that? See the abuse?
You just hit me in the eye.
Roll me a strength check
Rude.
or athletics check, I should say.
No, don't try and make up for it. You're rude. Don't lick me. Nah.
29.
29. I will let you decide how you break. Do you want to be stealthily about this, or do you not want to?
I'm gonna give you back to your
I'll
dad.
be stealthily about it.
We're gonna hope we're
I don't
that
know.
drunk.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's waiting for me down there, so.
You basically slide about 2 fingers as big as your form is into the hole, and you crunch, lifting up only with 2 fingers enough of the wood where you can slip through. And I'll say that cost half your movement to do.
I'll dive right in.
I think you have 28 feet, which is half your movement, so you go that halfway. You are met with the bridge you see a torch lit, and you see a hole in the ground that looks like a person was embedded in it.
Hello there.
Oh, it's like an indentation. They're no longer there.
Oh, no, I'm talking to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Hello there.
You can use your action to dash to get to the bottom of the stairs if needed.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So that means I'm going to put you, Rolly, right here. You are right behind this construct.
I'm gonna give you back to your dad. I thought you were gonna be cute.
Rats. I don't know what the range is on. I think the range on the great axe is still like 5 feet, right?
Still 5 feet, yeah. You're just out of range.
Yeah, not much I can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
No.
I'm just gonna stay here. What do you think I can do?
All right. The thing swirls around, and its legs stay put, and its hips actually like pop a little bit, and it just swivels around its entire body and faces you like backwards, and it goes, you are trespassing on my master's property. Please leave and remove anything that you may have taken. And it almost like is ready, looking in both sides. Next is going to be Savannah.
How far am I? Oh, okay, perfect. So, run up to it, just hope for the best, brute force, booming blade, attack.
Go for it.
Wait, real fast. Bonus action distract with mage hand.
Sounds good.
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
You actually do hit, but you hit a part of the metal where it does not do any damage. It just sort of scrapes off.
No.
So nothing?
Essentially, it's a miss.
Ah! Meep. I use bonus action. You saw my movement. I will end my turn.
All right. The sentry will specifically look at you, Savannah, as you are currently holding the shard, or have it in your possession. The bright blue light coming from its eyes, like, locks onto you and goes, you are on my master's property. Please leave anything that you may have taken, and please leave. And it says in this really, like, tin canny robotic voice. Its body snaps back into place, facing you away from Rolly. What should it do? Yeah, that'd be fun.
What are you doing?
Oh, great.
Yeah, let's do that. That's going to be a 28 to hit.
Hits.
And I need you to make me a charisma save, please.
Ugh. 16.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Let's go to it. Hey, this is what happened. We're in high levels. I'm not playing anymore. It places both hands on you. And it says, you are in violation of the law. And it, like, you can see, like, the arcane light within its dome starts to swivel through, and it goes, guilty. And as it grips onto you tightly, you see into its eyes, and you are blink for a moment, and you are behind a jail cell, and everyone notices that Savannah is no longer on the playing field.
Oh no! Here, take back your wild child.
All right.
No.
Vera, you're next.
Well, dog will hunt.
Oh crap!
You just see everyone else. It grips onto Savannah, and Savannah teleports away.
Do I at least recognize the jail cell as a nice jail cell?
You recognize it as a jail cell, and you can see outside one of the bars here that you are not underneath the castle. Thank God. But you're still in Alrak. You can see the snow falling. And there is a dwarven man sitting on one of the benches in the cell and kind of goes, hello?
Hi.
How do they process people through magic now?
I don't know. How did I get here?
You're in the South Central jail, Missy.
This is probably the brightest moment in the campaign. Savannah finally getting locked up in jail. It's about damn time, if you ask me.
And you're still holding onto the phylactery shard.
Put it in the bag.
Well, it's in the bag.
Yeah.
So
If you were not, it would have been ejected. But it's in your bag.
it's in. So.
Do I get a sense that this dude is just immune to magical effects? Based on this, you try to cast a spell and he went arcane something something.
I mean, you might have an inclination that it's probably against charms.
I think that is a charm. Is command considered a charm?
It's like a charm state where you can get them to do something. Oh, you spit up, buddy.
Aw.
Let's see. Well, I guess we don't want that.
I can't kill you guys anymore, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put you in jail. Where you heathens belong.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good.
Oh boy.
Vera!
I know. Problem is, if I do that, I waste a 9th level on that. I'm gonna try and command it to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Okay. What does it need to make?
I just had it up too. One sec. Wisdom saving throw.
You tell it to go back to sleep.
Yep. Sleep.
You release the spell. Looks to you. Similar effect as a command. It looks to you and goes, arcane spell used. Hostility.
Great. I have my movement, yes?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna tell Roman you better run.
Run where? It's blocking the only exit.
This is gonna suck. Alright, just run. And I'm gonna try and distract this thing.
Okay, what do you do?
I can't hit it anymore, but I'm just gonna run towards it and see what it does.
Perfect. Go ahead and move your character.
Okay. It's this dinky thing out here. And I'm running, I'm just gonna be like, Rolly, you better be on your damn way.
Roman's gonna look at the arcane circle that's unfinished and go, hold on, I gotta look for the notes.
Well, you better hurry up.
But he's still gonna get away, searching through some of these books that he remembered Igno was going through for Paylor's servant.
It's my turn.
Rolly.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna talk to the construct, and I'm gonna tell him, "Hello, I am with the city guard. These two are intruding upon this property, and I am here to remove them forcefully if necessary. Please stand down so that I may do my job."
ID insignia required.
Son of a bitch. God damn it. Huh.
Your griffins?
I'm gonna say, I don't know what the insignia is, but, Alright, you two are on your own. There's nothing I can do here. I'm gonna say, allow me to retrieve my papers. I do not have them on me, and I'm gonna walk away.
Wow, Rolly.
I'm not going to jail!
You don't know I went to jail.
I know you're not here!
Yeah, it's not gonna use its reaction on you. You're able to move away a little bit.
Roman, hurry the hell up.
Is that the end of your turn, Rolly?
Yeah, you know what?
I wouldn't say that was your action. I mean, that was just you having a bit of a free moment.
I don't want to go to jail. Fine.
True test.
Is it me and my cup just... I don't know if I'm more offended I went to jail than I am, but I'm not unconscious.
Because I mean, I could do the Rolly thing. I can do it. It's just I need to know I'll take it out in one fell swoop, and I'm not sure. Can I like look at it and just see like generally what Oh, actually, wait. You know what? I had a better idea. I'll be right back. And I'm actually just gonna exit the property. I'm gonna go back to Rainy.
Okay, we'll say that you spend your entire turn getting back to the surface.
Yeah. So my goal at this point is to go get Raimi's ID and credentials, and I'll be back.
Okay. I will say that you're right now off the field. You can spend the next turn getting it and then maybe going back down. After that, Rolly, Savannah, you're in jail, but you still feel connected to your friends somehow. It's weird. It's like an arcane tether that's still holding you here. And it's about to solidify. But for now, you're still in jail, and the dwarven man looks at you and goes, well, I mean, since you're here, my name's Rock. Pleasure to meet you.
Meet you.
Nice. What are you in for?
Try to help a friend.
Aren't we all?
Trespass on some property.
Oh!
And a robot got me. Does that happen?
Hasn't happened to me before. I was caught stealing people's mail.
Why?
Well, I'm not going to tell you where, but some neighbor I knew was getting a lot of imports, and I kind of wanted his stuff.
You went about that wrong, I hope you know.
You got any tips?
And
you start exchanging tips. The sentry, unless you want to do anything specific during your turn, Savannah.
Because I'm in the gym, I'm assuming it has the spinny things, I can't cast any spells, right?
Not in this one. You can cast spells in here because there are no black orbs to absorb spells. This is like a minor jail cell.
Actually, I'm gonna... But like, 1 second, friend. Rolly, Rolly,
What?
I'm in jail.
Good. Yeah, thug.
Did you guys at least get past the robot?
Working on it.
Come get me.
Maybe you should stop stealing. As I continue to make my way towards.
While I'll just try to figure out how to get out of jail, but I'll have my turn there because I have to think about this.
The sentry moves to you, Vera.
Hello.
Please leave the premises or you'll be forced to leave.
I'm trying, but you're in the way.
Alright, it's gonna try to, once again, do a judgment touch.
No judgment touching me.
25 to hit.
That hits.
Roll me a charisma save.
Oh, good. Oh, okay. I don't even know what my charisma save is.
Why are you so drooly?
Just teething. Oh, hey. Not bad. Didn't even know that was that.
You
24.
literally just ask a baby why they're
It's
so drooly.
He's drooling all over my arm. What'd you say?
It's like,
24.
you're asking a car why is
24.
it so oily.
It grabs onto you and it says, get, and it can't finish it, and it has to let go.
I told you. I was trying to leave. Let me leave. You're in the damn way.
Vera, you're next.
Roman.
I'm searching!
Well, you better search faster, because I can't distract this thing. I don't know where Sav went, and Rolly just went like deuces the F out. We gotta
he
go.
looks back and goes, wait, where did Savannah go?
I don't know. This thing touched her, and she went poof, bye-bye.
It's an arcane sentry. She's probably in jail.
Oh, that's gotta be fun.
No, real.
I don't know how Igno got a hand on one of these. They're like really rare.
Well, hurry up and find the paperwork. Do you know how to disarm it?
It's kind of like assigned to like lords and ladies. Igno's not royalty. I don't know how he got one. Wow. Well, do you want me to just leave the paperwork here?
No, we need it.
Okay, well, give me some time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Can I summon Lila here?
Yeah.
I summon Lila here. Sorry, Mary.
Mary is having a bear by her feet, keeping her warm, and oh, all right.
Lila, I need you to distract that thing while I help Roman.
Make a rouse at it.
And then I will run over to Roman
Okay.
to try and help him.
It will use its reaction
Why not even counting my movement? Let me count.
for a
what's
32 to
it?
hit. And since
Ouch.
I have a baby on my lap, I'm gonna use.
You get disadvantage.
Yeah, you think. Wow. It places a hand on you.
Me?
Yeah, because you are leaving its range of melee.
Yeah.
And it grabs onto your wrist, and your wrist goes numb as you look back, and the arcane lights inside of its dome start to spark as a storm of electricity shocks through its entire body. It then travels down its metallic arm into its hand, through your arm, and your arm goes numb for a moment as you just feel like that tingle. You've basically been shocked by lightning, and you take 50 points of thunder damage.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Roman, I swear to God, I don't know what you're doing being a chosen, but you need to hurry it up. Whatever you do, you better hurry it up.
Roman's turn. He needs one more round to find it. All of the paperwork. So that's 2 rounds down for him looking. Back to the top. Rolly, you get to the very top. You are on the first floor of Ignos Tower. Everyone's still drinking. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's partying. Do you want to sneak your way to Raimi? Roll me a stealth check. Once again, the DC's lowered because they are currently enjoying themselves.
Nat 20. Sweet.
Nat 20. I'll say that you can get to Raimi within whispering distance and still not be noticed, as she's currently off to the side, kind of doing her own thing while everyone else is enjoying the drinks and snacks.
Remy, I need your help.
What the fuck? What the hell do you want?
I need your help.
Be more helpful.
I need your help.
Oh, shit. Get back inside.
Back inside.
Blokes! You have like 15 more minutes. All right? I'm going to take a leak. And she will follow you in.
Caleb.
I'm gonna say, got a situation, found a friend, not doing too well. We need to get him out, but Wizard Boy has a little robot guard, and he's already. I'm just gonna say off Savannah because I have no idea where she's at.
Well, she did. She told you, remember?
I called you and told you I'm in jail.
Yeah, it off Savannah. She's now in jail.
Oh. Okay.
I need your ID and credentials.
Oh.
I know. I just need to get the guy out. I'm trying to do this quickly and quietly.
Roll me persuasion check. You have advantage because she's friendly.
Ish.
Ish.
Oh, that's a 19. That's pretty good. Okay, cool. It's a 19 and a 2. Nice.
Okay.
19 flat.
19 flat. If you don't give these back, I'm putting you in jail.
I'll give you these back. I don't need these. I just need this for now.
She reaches into her pack and pulls out what looks to be like a circular badge with the insignia of the essentially like a domain chosen court. Provides it to you. There is identification underneath it.
Okay, I'm gonna say, all right. As a thank you, you and everybody here gets free drinks at the Brooks and Brew. Please keep them busy.
For how long? I mean, book the free drinks.
For a night.
You know what? I can have plenty of fun in the night. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Bill it to Savannah.
I don't care. Sure.
And I literally bolt out like as quick as
Wait,
possible.
which jail is she in?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. And you run down. We'll say that by the beginning of the next turn, you can reach the robot and do everything. Savannah, you're still in jail. The dwarven man goes, well, now that we got introduced, and thank you for the tips, do you want any toilet wine? No? I kept a bottle in case I ever get a friend. Kind of goes to the toilet, pulls it one, like moves it a little bit out of the pipes bag with a bottle in it.
I'll take it and I'll pop it and smell it. Yeah.
It's still good.
Wait, I have my bag with me, right?
Yeah.
That means I most likely have a flask on me.
Oh shit. Wait, you got it? You got in here with items and artifacts and stuff?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it'd be smart to see if I can pick the lock, and I hand him the flask.
Do whatever you want. Hell yeah. Starts to drink.
Can I go to the bench of the bars and see if there's anybody out there?
Roll a perception check.
18?
You look through the bars, seeing if you can see anybody. It's pretty empty. It's like an empty hallway. There's several other cells to the left and right of you. You see midway through drinking, a little bit of your own liquor flowing down his chin. Rock goes, oh, they're not going to come until about 8:30.
I'm going to attempt to lockpick the lock.
Roll me a lockpick check.
Be nice, die. Be nice. 19?
Door opens.
Screw this. Come on, Rock. Let's get out of here.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, you're the best. And you guys walk out,
Better recruit that.
but you guys are still in the hallway of a jail.
I'm like looking for. I'm gonna say like door anywhere.
There's a door at the end of the hallway. It's a big wooden door with bars for a window.
Is that door locked?
You can get to it. You can test out the handle. It is unlocked. But you can hear voices on the other end talking.
Damn it. I look through the window.
There are 2 guards. Currently, both of them are sitting on these like very large wooden chairs. You see a gnomish man and a human woman currently talking amongst themselves, going, "Well, what are you gonna do for the Winter's Crest?" "Well, probably hang out with the family. You know, travel down south, get away from the snow. It's probably safer that way." Just having BS conversations.
Is there like another door out there? Or are there like blocking our? What's our next step past them?
There is. You see through the bars here. There is another door that leads to what you can barely see, maybe a stairwell that leads up.
Is there anything else in the hallway, like somewhere to hide?
Not really, unfortunately. It's like a singular hallway with cells. You see a bunch of other people like in the jail cell looking at you like, "How'd you get out?" And you see Rock kind of like, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't shut the fuck up. I'm coming for you. Okay?" And they're like, "Who the fuck's this guy?"
I'm trying to figure out how we can distract them and get them out of that room. If I mage hand, they'll see it, right? No,
Not
right?
your mage hand. You have Arcane Trickster, meaning your mage hand is invisible.
How far is the opposite door?
About 30 feet.
I need to think. I mean, technically I could. I still have one more 3rd level. Alright. I look at Rock. Rock, can you be quiet?
As a church mouse.
Can you be quick?
Kind of looks down at his stubby legs. "I can only promise to try."
Alright, I'm gonna cast invisibility on both me and Rock.
Okay. We're gonna get to the end of this round and we're gonna call it a game, mainly because this guy's been up for a while, and we don't want to go too long. So after Savannah, the sentry bot goes. I'll keep mark that you and Rock are invisible. Your new dwarven friend, who is also a
male thief.
Male thief. Yeah, I think the sentry bot's gonna look towards the bear. I think computing that it can't really sentence the bear to, you know, like it's a.
You could try. She's just gonna go poof.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really think it can sentence, so it's gonna be more on the aggressive side. It's going to reach out and touch Lila for a 22 to hit.
I'm sure that hits. I don't have her stats up.
Now, if I remember correctly, she has 32 hit points.
She's a black bear?
Yeah.
Or statted out as a black bear?
Make sure. I think it's either a black bear or brown bear, whatever's the strongest between those two.
Black bear. I feel like I had her sheet up before.
Okay, this shouldn't take too long. Brown bear. So black bear has 19 HP.
Yeah.
Brown bear has 34 HP. It touches Lila, and once again, the arcane lightning goes through its brain, its sort of dome, travels across its arm into the hand, and Lila goes, and in an electric show of remaining shocks of electricity hitting the ground, Lila is dissipated. It's then going to use its movement to meld into the ground.
Oh, goody.
As it starts to step, like it's going down into, like if there were stairs, it's melding into the stone and dissipates and removes itself from view. Vera, you're up.
I'm going to help frickin' Roman with this stuff. I don't know where that thing went. It poofed my frickin' bear. We need to hurry up.
All right, so you're going to give him the help action?
Yes.
With your help, you pick up several scrolls, books, notes, and paperwork that have been scattered across the floor. Roman sort of is searching like from like end to end to end and reaches to about this spot and finds a lot of like a strewn like dossier.
Mm-hmm.
And you are able to view that there is a name on this document, and it is Veros the Observer. And he picks up everything he can. And he goes, looks around for it, and he goes, "Okay, we gotta go."
Yeah, no kidding. What have I been telling you for the last couple of minutes?
Do you want me to leave now without the stuff or what?
No.
Well, then stop complaining.
You get electrified by it.
Yeah, he'll use his movement to go maybe about halfway, just to sort of make his way out of there.
I follow.
And that's what we're gonna call it a game, guys. This guy's getting real upset. So we'll begin at the top of the round. With Rolly with Ramey's document and ID. And we'll see where this gets us.
Actually, real quick. Can I errata and say that as I was running back here, I read the documents?
You were what?
Like as I'm running back into this floor, like I read the documents that she gave me.
Yeah, a lot of it is like it tells you first of all, Ramey's not her real name. You see that it's almost like a chosen thing that she gave herself. It shows where again, maybe like the year that she was instilled as a domain chosen. It has numerous sigils in Primordial and Elvish that sort of indicate like name, letters, and numbers to given like an ID. It doesn't have a photo of her, so you feel very confident that you can use it, and it does have the insignia of Alrak, which is on the backside.
Okay, I will attempt to. Oh no, I'll attempt to impersonate her.
Oh, cool.
I hate you, Samantha. I hate you so much.
Well, we're gonna try that next time. So thank you for joining us. We'll check you guys for episode 87. Oh my goodness. See you then. Bye.